Most shocking real mutations in animals. Hello there, YouTube. When my first child was born, I posted a picture of him on Facebook with a caption that said, "Woof, what is wrong with my son's face?" And while that may have gotten me many dislikes, and my dad later on showed photos of me as a newborn, which was the spitting image of my son, nature also sometimes deals animals the shorthand in life when some of our most beloved cutesy wootsies are born more mutated than anything Marvel ever gave us with the X-Men. This is always his top 5 best, and on today's list, I'm counting down 10 most shocking real-life mutations in animals. For this list, I went down to my community college's zoology department and had them tell me everything they knew about mutated animals while a bomb was strapped to my chest.
Okay.
Needless to say, I did show myself out of the college before the police arrived, but I did learn quite a bit. However, before we get started, don't forget to drop a like on this video below and hit subscribe so that way you can keep up with all of our daily videos. Also, we do try to respond to everybody in the comments, so if you know of an even more shocking mutation in an animal, or if you just want to say what's up, then hit us up in the comments below. With all that said and done, I'm your ever lovely narrator, Gentleman T-Rex, and let's begin, shall we? Number 10. Usually it's a running gag in pop culture that if you live near a nuclear power plant, you're gonna grow up goofy. Sometimes though, that gag hits home when a video went viral that showcased a bunny rabbit living near Japan's Fukushima power plant, which took in a lot of damage during the 2011 tsunamis in the country. For this poor little guy, he was born without its proverbial ears. The video, which was filmed a little over 18.5 miles away from the plant outside its exclusion zone, showed the rabbit grazing with other bunnies. Now, it'd be one thing if this happened in the middle of Montana, but when this animal was found so close to a nuclear power plant that got devastated, you really just can't chalk this one up as a fluke in nature. Number 9. The three-horned cow. Born in China's Hebei province to a farmer named Jia Kebing, this cute little mutation trots around his farm while sporting some cool horns that can be used to gut you like a fish. You see, the middle one measures in at 8 inches, which if you like living on the edge of danger might not be enough for you. This thing looks like it would be way cooler once it keels over and you rip off its skin and just stick its skull up on the wall. It'll look like some alien monster that you can say you killed after it insulted your heritage.
That life will carry on.
Why can't regular cows look like this one? Cows are pretty boring to begin with. I mean, seriously, they're gonna need an upgrade desperately. If I'm gonna eat a steak, I want to know that that steak I'm eating came from an animal that could gore me to death, not just give my kids the milk for their diabetic-fueled cereal. Number 8. Conveniently coming in at number 8 is the Octo goat. Nature, I guess, decided to beta test whether or not 8 legs makes an animal run faster on this goat born in northeast Croatia. And I guess it got its answer, as no other goats have been born like this since. Nature also decided to see if we could combine the best of both worlds and gave this goat male and female reproductive organs. That also didn't pass its market research. Look, nature, if it isn't broken, don't fix it, please. Number 7. Alright, this one's just odd, honestly. Apparently, when it gets hot and stays hot longer than it should in the Sichuan province of China, people around there notice that their cats grow wings. No, I'm being literal in this one. It'd be one thing if one cat sprouted some wings, but when you notice that a lot of them are suddenly having bone and muscle tissue grow out of their skin like some horror movie, that's when you get your gun. One local of the province said that her cat's wing sprouting came from stress. Oh, really? What kind of stress was Tittles under that it had to grow wings? Did it read the Unabomber Manifesto, which led to an existential crisis? Also, why just in this city? Cats in other parts of the world that live in the heat don't just have wings pop out casually. Which is why genetic experts have gone on the record saying that these kitty wings theoretically could come from lack of grooming, poor skin conditions, or, shockingly enough, genetic mutations. Let's just blame the heat. Number 6. The rule of 3 is a classic literary device, which states that a trio of events or characters is funnier, more satisfying, and way more effective than any other sequence of numbers. It's why we have the Three Stooges, Three's Company, Cerberus, and Ghidorah, the three-headed monster. Nature, I guess, then decided to take a page out of literature theory and give us Froggy, the three-headed frog. Very original name, I know. I mean, just look at this thing. Look at how cramped and uncomfortable it looks. Maybe the rules of 3 shouldn't apply to actual creatures, as Froggy here looks like it wants to leap off a cliff. And it could very well have. When some children in a nursery found it and put it in a tank, Froggy actually escaped his sale and hasn't been found since. Number 5. What we have here at number 5 on our list is what scientists call a Janus cat. The name comes from the Roman god Janus, who was described as having 2 faces. Now, technically speaking, when 2 faces are formed together, it's called dysprosopia, and that's what we got here. A 2-faced cat named Frank and Louie who look like they hate each other. Now, while they do share the same brain and probably the same sensual fantasies, Frank and Louie also have 3 eyes and 2 noses and mouths. Usually when a mutated cat like this is born, they don't live for very long. Although Frank and Louie here is the exception, as it kicked it for 15 years and even landed themselves in the Guinness Book of World Records in 2006. Number 4. Hey, if your kid loves kittens just as much as mine, get them around for this entry, as number 4 is sure to woo their little hearts. An adorable little Bengal kitten was born in 2012 with just one cute exception. It was born a cyclops, and with no nose. And to add sugar on top, it died pretty soon after its mother shot him out. They named it Clay-Eyed, which is useless since who names a dead animal? That's like naming every crap you take. Goodbye, Jansen. Goodbye, Mortimer. See you around, Katie. Not gonna miss you, Angus. You tore something on the way out. Number 3. For years, science has bored us to death by saying sea mammals such as whales and dolphins used to walk on land, but then went, no, I don't want to do this, and decided to live in the ocean one day. While we haven't seen a whale walk around the town looking for a 7-Eleven, Japanese fishermen did one day catch a bottlenose dolphin and noticed that the thing had an extra set of fins close to its tail, which to them looked like hind legs. Since they're fishermen and not lab coat wearing losers, they haul the thing over to the Taiji Whaling Museum, a place where if you like the destruction of an entire species, then it'd be right up your alley. The scientists there confirmed that while it was a deformity that was entirely symmetrical, meaning it didn't just randomly happen from cause and effect. It came from old genetics not getting updated all the way, which means that this bottlenose dolphin almost had the chance to grow some legs and walk around the beach and take selfies with tourists. Number 2, oh my god. What is this? Kill it before it kills you. In what looks like something out of the movie The Abyss, these transparent frogs from Russia are a product of what that country's scientists are calling environmental pollution. Usually when we see something like this, it's in the form of an X-ray, but nature decided to skip that and save on healthcare costs and give us these frogs pro bono instead. Scientists also discovered that these frogs had extra limbs on them, which is unfortunate. Vladimir Vershinin, a man whose name couldn't be any more Russian, who works at the Ural Federal District University's Institute of Natural Science as its head zoologist, went on the record saying, "Frog eggs do not have their own membrane to protect them from a polluted environment." So, good job, humanity. You made me fake a Russian accent. Let me know down in the comments below if I did it correctly or not. I honestly don't know at this point. Oh, and also, you took cute little frogs and turned them into horrific zombies. If anything, I think owning a couple of these things on the side would make for some good parenting, as you could give your kids a non-mutated frog as a pet, and when they're acting bad, switch that frog out for one of these bad boys and go, oh my god, look at what you did when you refused to clean up your room. You literally took all the skin off of the toad. He's gonna die now, Oscar. Do you realize that? You've just killed your poor pet. You know what? You better clean up your room, and maybe his skin will grow back. Alright, I saved the best for last, but first I have a quick challenge that only takes 5 seconds to complete. So if you can leave a like and subscribe within the next 5 seconds, you'll get 10 years of amazing luck. Just give it a try, it really works. Number 1. I guess nature seems to know a thing or two about horror movies now, as number 1 on our list was discovered in a woman's Southeast China bedroom climbing her wall. Yeah, this 1-foot baron of hell was described as climbing the wall using only its claw. Instead of bursting out the flamethrower like one is supposed to do, Dean Quingshi, that name, decided to beat the thing to death with her shoe, and then put the thing in a bottle of alcohol for scientific preservation. Kinda defeats the purpose of scientific research when you kill the thing first, but whatever. But, see, if I saw that thing in my house, I'd force my kid to kill it, or else I'd ground him. And that is it for our list, everybody. Like I always say, if you did make it this far, make sure to hit us up in the comments below, and as we always try to respond or just say what's up. Also, don't forget to drop a like down below, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, everybody.